Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to, or welcome to Bohemian Spirited Tarot, whichever side. I am Michelle, and I am going to be doing your full moon in Aquarius tarot reading. Let's get into the energy of what can we expect? What can you expect with this full moon? Full moons, we tend to not only bring things to light, we also, if you follow lunar cycles, release. It's a time of releasing. It's also incredibly powerful for, like, if you want to clean your crystals, make moon water. My cat and I are fighting. We have been tiffing for about, excuse me, sir, 5 minutes, because he really wants to be up here, but I need all the space today because I got quite the reading for you today. So, yeah. Anywho, let's get back to it. It's the overall theme, the overall energy. What is this one thing? I'm using the Cosmic Magic Oracle deck first to get a start on this. I don't know where you are, but up here in the Pacific Northwest, today is in the 90s. It's really warm. All right, so first up, we have gratitude. The waning gibbous. Gratitude. Followed by North Node fulfillment. Oh, speaking of North Node, I'm recording on the 21st. The North Node and the South Node are going into like 29 and 0 degrees. I think on the 26th, which would be the time that I'm releasing this video. So it's going to go 0 degrees and then 29 degrees. So I'm not an astrologer, but what I can tell you is that a lot of astrologers do talk about the importance of the North Node and the South Node and your planetary degrees. So if you know anything about astrology, if you have major planets that are in 0 or 29 degrees in their placement, that's a huge deal. This North Node, South Node transition is going to be triggering some things. Yeah. So North Node fulfillment, followed by Scorpio transformation. I find this incredibly hilarious for myself right now because my North Node is in Scorpio. And I am meant to be doing this, what I'm doing. My South Node is in Taurus, and I'm all about the safety and the things that are stable and grounded and routine and not woo-woo. My North Node is like, let's be spiritual besties. Let's talk about the taboo. Let's dive deep into the woo. You know what I mean? I struggle with that. I do. Anywho, so maybe you have a Scorpio North Node. Maybe you have a Scorpio moon like me. Maybe you have a Capricorn rising like me. And you want to be all about the business, but you got other things calling for you. You know. If you know, you know. Okay, so yeah, overarching theme: gratitude, fulfillment, and transformation. Okay. So as I'm recording this on the 21st, we've got the Barbo basket that's occurring. It has not yet peaked. Mercury is still retrograde. It will be, I think it's at a standstill at this specific point in time. By the time you see this, it should be starting to move again, which means it'll be in the shadow, but it'll no longer be retrograde, right? With the way things are, and this moon, this full moon being in Aquarius is all about collective energy and doing things in a way that is not the way things have been. It's very transformative. It's very future sighted. It likes new technologies. It likes, but it also likes the greater good. Also, it's very matter of fact, Aquarius. I relate rather well to that. So I think it's important that while we are shedding light on the collective, while we're shedding light on the things that need to be changed, it's be grateful for what you got. Be grateful for what you're going to be getting, right? Because that's there's more to come. Follow your North Star, North Node, for your fulfillment. Also, with this Scorpio transformation, though, we gotta dig deep. Gotta dig a little deeper. Yeah, we gotta dig deep. Because in order to bring the full shadow into light, you gotta dig deep. Which means sometimes we have to look at things within ourselves, or look at things within our family lines, look within our community, etc., etc., etc. And I'm not talking about superficial things. I'm talking about, if we want to see change, we have to be the change, right? And like a part of me wants to talk about, like, there goes my throat. My truth isn't wanting to come out. Like, let's talk about some of the Epstein nonsense. Okay, that is a epidemic of epic proportions. Who will speak my truth? And because people have either turned a blind eye to it or were supportive of it, it continued to fester in the shadows. So there's a lot of that type of funny business that goes really deep, and it's generational. It's disgusting generational stuff that we have to dig deep, and we have to bring it up, right? We have to bring it to the surface and be like, look, this is what's been going on in this generational line. I'm going to be where the buck stops. This is not what's going to continue to happen. And then we go forward. Like, it is taboo to talk about pedophiles. It's taboo to talk about the things that these people have done. And it's like, I grew up with a generation of boomers that swept everything under the rug. My cat's back. No, thank you, sir. Okay, there we go. A generation of boomers that swept everything under the rug. I am sorry, sir, you cannot be here. Thank you. And it was like that with everything, though. So my grandmother taught my mom, who tried to bestow that upon me and other people. And then my father's, same thing with my father's side of the family. We keep it behind closed doors with their skeletons in the closet. Yeah. We need to dig deep. And I feel like this full moon is going to bring some of that to the surface. 1880 is going to call, and they're going to want their mullet back. They can have it. Let them have it. Just let them have it. Because we're going to move forward. It's time to move forward. Dig deep. Bring it to the surface. And then move forward. All right. So, with that said, I feel like this is probably going to get edited really heavily. Next, I'm going to use the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck to see, this first part right here. This is what your spirit needed to know. Now let's talk about what your 3D needs to know. Cosmic you and earthly you. Yeah. Cosmic you. Be grateful. Follow your North Star to achieve your fulfillment. Dig deep for transformation. Physical you. Here in the earth side. Excuse me. All right. We have the salamander and black pepper with inspiration. And the boar and pumpkin with confidence. I like that. A new opportunity awaits. Here we go. Yeah. To fulfill it, you must remain inspired, applying your full energy to your creative endeavors. And the next one, your confidence is well founded. Any insults or attempts to damage your morale will roll off your back. You're thick-skinned like the pumpkin and courageous like the boar. There you have it. Okay, so here, I feel like you are finding your whimsy. You're finding your cozy. You're finding your new groove. Because I heard the Emperor's new groove. And you're being encouraged to continue to go forward. Follow your North Star for your fulfillment. Let this stuff roll off your back. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So, pulling out the tarot, what obstacle is in your path to remove for the full moon? Got the Five of Swords in reverse. So it sounds like whatever you're holding on to, it sounds like somebody talking. Are you talking? Because it sounds like. That's interesting. That is interesting. All right. What is that? Sounds like. Okay. So I got the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. The obstacle, I was going to say, was that you might have something that you're holding on to from the past. But as I was starting to say it, it was almost as if you had already told me the story of what had happened. And I was going to say, it sounds like you're holding on to some past resentments. So the past resentments, a masculine figure who likes to portray themselves as an entrepreneur or a thought leader. This is interesting. Okay, take what resonates. Just take what resonates. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like a narcissist is a narcissistic boss, friend, family member. It's like, I feel like they're an acquaintance. Maybe you lost your job recently because of a narcissist. Or somebody who had a really big ego. Basically a narcissistic personality. And you resent that. You're angry about it. Okay. So your obstacle right now is that you're experiencing this resentment towards this person or situation, and you're having a challenging time coming to terms or coming to finding peace with what has happened. There was a fallout, or it could have been a partner. Yeah, a fallout with a partner who seems to be narcissistic. And also came across as an entrepreneur, someone who is very. They came across as I'm the perfect guy or the perfect person. It's a masculine energy. And so, yeah, you're experiencing this resentment, and that is your current obstacle, is letting that go. Okay. So with that said, what is supporting them during this full moon in Aquarius? Okay, we got the 10 of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay, so yeah, you're going to be healing from this. You will be moving on, and you will be moving on stronger. I like that. So, yeah, it sounds to me during this full moon, you're going to be releasing the resentment, making amends, so that you can begin healing from this experience. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Moving forward, I got the Page of Cups in reverse and then the Two of Wands. If you find yourself doubting your intuition, or experiencing like an emotional block or a creative block, if you find yourself trying to escape the feelings that you're feeling around this situation, you'll have to make a choice about healing this fully. You'll have a decision to make. Do I continue to do things the way I used to do them, or do I look at it from a different point of view? This could require, maybe even talking to a therapist to help with the emotional regulation and dealing with the emotions that go with this event or this person that caused you the grief. And you may have been impacted by this more than you are aware of. Like mentally, you might be telling yourself, yeah, I'm fine. It is what it is. Yeah, it hurts. It sucks, whatever. However, your inner child may be experiencing a whole different level of ouch. I heard the word ouchie. That has thrown you off center, right? And so sometimes it helps getting the extra support from a coach or a therapist or someone that that you can trust and confide in to help you bring back yourself back to center, so that you can make your choices even when you can't see them. You'll be able to come from a space of being able to trust your intuition. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to share with the collective on that? We got to dig a little deeper. I keep hearing it. We got to dig a little deeper. We got to uproot the things that are not meant to stay within ourselves. Because when we do it for ourselves, if you want to see the change, you got to be the change. I keep hearing that too. Yes, yes, yes. And what does the beginning of August look like? This one? This one? The Knight of Swords. In reverse. Okay. Okay. So, and then I have the Queen of Cups. That impulsive, arrogant, thought leader, entrepreneur person, male energy, they're going to come back. They're going to make an attempt to throw you off track. They're going to be arrogant AF about it. They're going to be rude. They're going to be aggressive. And you, by the time this happens, Queen, you're going to be able to hold your own. You will be in a space of being able to be compassionate and caring. At that point, you'll have been a little bit more healed from this. So you'll be listening to your intuition better. which means you'll be able to recognize what they're doing is not okay, and you'll be able to defend yourself. Knight of Wands. You will be courageous. You will be courageous. That was confirmation. Yeah. All right. So I'm now going to wrap this up with your affirmation from the moon deck. Because, you know, I can't do a moon reading without using the moon deck. I freaking love the energy of this deck so much. And I love the art. Let's get some final thoughts. One more. Just give me one more. Okay. First, my home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. Next, conscious eating nourishes me. And finally, my inner compass knows the way. They're so pretty. All right, friends. This has been your full moon in Aquarius tarot oracle reading. And yeah. Yeah, I know. It's puppy's dinner time. Anywho, so from there, follow the moon, shoot for the stars, and know that you are loved. Bye for now.